Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about some starter video techniques if you are using an iPad or an iPhone, and if you are a teacher like me, then that is what your students have access to record video in the classroom. First up is pinch to zoom, and I use a pinching motion on my screen in order to zoom in, and then I start recording after I'm already zoomed in. Here you can see just how far away I am, and it just looks a little more natural this way. Just to give a little perspective, this is what it looks like when you zoom in after you start recording, and as you can see, it does look a little bit unnatural this way. Next up is the AEAF lock, which is just a fancy way of saying auto exposure and auto focus. What this does is make sure that when you go from inside to outside when you're filming, it isn't either too dark or too light. The best way to showcase this is to show you what is actually on the device screen, which I have included in the top right-hand corner. How I enabled AEAF lock is I held my finger down on the screen in one spot until a little yellow box appears and the AEAF lock tag shows up. Inside to the outside, it becomes very dark on the inside and you actually can't see anything until I view back outside through the window and then the door. When you see this for the first time, it's actually quite surprising. And the same goes if I unlock the AEAF, which I just tap anywhere on the screen, and then if I lock it again on the inside, when I then view the outside again, it is all blown out in white. Next up is slow motion. On the iPhone, there is actually a mode that you can use called slow-mo, which is really awesome because instead of having to use an editing program to do it, which doesn't produce the same kind of results, you can actually use this mode, and it does make it quite a bit easier. One word of advice that I will give you though is to not overuse this function. I would maybe use it to highlight one thing in your video, because if you overuse it and have too many slow-mo scenes in your video, then it really tends to become old hat and loses its effect. As you can see though, you can get some pretty amazing action shots to see just how cool whatever it is that you're trying to highlight actually is. Taking some established shots is also a very good idea. These are short clips and they fill gaps in your video. They're actually quite useful. Instead of using a still shot, you can move the camera towards an object or away, or you can do panning motions in order to just get some scenery or a different perspective of an item. You can really experiment around as much as you want because you can just delete these later. And finally, we have a green screen effect. So basically what you can do is you can make a green screen. It's very easy. You just need a green background, and then you film what you want in front of it, and then you can impose a picture behind it, or you can do it the other way around. I like to use the app called Green Screen by Do Inc. It is $3.99 on the App Store in Canadian dollars, so it's very easy to use. There's lots of online tutorials, but it's basically like layering pictures and videos on top of each other, and you can resize them and things like that. So those are all the tips that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!